doesn't look like a very attractive.
That don't make sense. What you just said makes no fucking sense to me.
But didn't that anger you being this intelligent guy? I mean, and you're a guy who matured and you had sexual parts. Weren't you just angry at these women for not?
No, it's
Cover, man, cover. Otherwise, I'm ducking. Woo.
People get off.
Fumble fingers.
What type of gun is that? Just look down. I think we said, nice time. Yeah, we don't want to go there. Oh, they won't let us walk down here. Further. Before we went further. Back.
Go die. You are correct.
You are Kodak. Right here, right? Here, right?
I think so.
Season. The field is now rolling around. Right now, the last driver is on point with 2 races remaining again in the regular season. He's plus 28 above that cut line, but then you have drivers like Daniel Suarez, Ty Gibbs, Chase Elliott, all on the outside looking in right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here they come. Through turn number 6, getting ready to go under the green flag and start to go bowling at the Glen. The entire field of cars, 36 in all, work their way through turn number 7, double wide, NASCAR field. Wants to force the issue in the early going. He's almost right on the bumper of Denny Hamlin. Here they go in the left-hand turn 6. It is Hamlin McDowell. Fired by himself in third.
They feel like they're the best on road courses as he has closed the gap once again. He'll look to the inside of Denny Hamlin as they go into turn number 1. And almost to the back bumper of that 11 is McDowell. Looks like Hamlin might be holding up the 34 and the 24. Now, William Byron was great at Indy, but he had to start it back, Steve.
Yeah, a little off the radar because he started last, but drove halfway through the field on the green, finishing his time at the top 15 as McDowell finally gets to the inside of Hamlin. Side by side for the fans. McDowell made it work in turn number 1. He's there in turn 2. And he's going to try to stay with it, but cannot. Michael McDowell in the 34 to the top of the leaderboard. And William Byron now closing in on Kenny. Kenny trying to throw a ton of a block there coming out of 4. But it's going to be a 2 for McDowell inside the Hamlin car. And then he throws the block on Gibbs back there in 3rd. Looking off line on Cedric. A little bit of dirt ahead. These guys. Oh, we got the 99 spot. Little contact with the inside wall there. We're going to try to get it underway. Try to rejoin traffic. I'm not sure that contact was too severe. But the car is trying to go through here and getting off line, getting in the dirt. Lots of dirt on the inside of the curb. Just a little bit of dirt, a little dirty racetrack. this next corner right here. Dale called it. It's all about the curbs. He kind of got his timing of steering wheel input over the curbs, kind of out of time. The car bounces to the right, gets very fortunate not to come back into traffic and not hit the inside wall. I mean, look at this right here, threading the needle with a barrier. Let's see what kind of contact. Oh, barely a kiss. Harrison Burton in the 21 right here, heading down the backstretch, running in 28th. In front of them, the 38 of Todd Gillen and the 77 of Ty Dillon get side by side, and it forces the 21 to kind of check up here. There's nowhere to go. So as they enter, the 21 checks up, the 15 sees it, the 43 doesn't. 43 hits the rear bumper of the 15. Andy Lally, who then makes contact with the 21 of Harrison Burton, spins him off the top of the carousel. Now for the 21, it did flat spot the tires. He had to come to pit road. Currently has joined just behind the leaders, one lap down. You see just a chain reaction, but it started all the way back entering the bus stop.
of Michael McDowell, who comes out of 7 and sees the start-finish line. He's going to win stage 1 here at the Glen. Again, the top 10 finishers all will gain stage points. But the winner of the stage gets a playoff point.
Rudy Fugle made the last-second call, Steve, to leave William Byron out, taking advantage of that clean track you mentioned earlier. Will it be an advantage, though, once the pit stop happens?
Well, nice work by the 34. That's a smaller team, a smaller pit crew department to hold off 2 big teams in Gibbs. Oh, but the driver, Micah McDowell, a penalty. What he did a week ago was perfection. Great execution. This time driving through too many boxes. You're only allowed 3. There's blocks 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, drivers on the left side, which is the same as Indy. They've done this. So let's just count this, right? As he turns right, he touches box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4. He's in pit stall 5. You can only drive through 3. It wasn't even close. It'll be a pass-through penalty for McDowell. A huge mistake for a driver that was perfect a week ago. So on the left side, you see McDowell continuing to fall. He should lose 22 or 23 seconds through this situation of riding down pit road.
Yeah, Rick, it may seem crazy to say this is an important race for a driver who has 4 wins in the regular season, but Rudy Fugle this morning told me, listen, we have to start building some momentum. Since their Atlanta win in July, they haven't finished better than 14th. Rudy told me, listen, we've had the speed, we have not had the execution. We need to capitalize today. So far, they're doing it, Kim.
William Byron looking for his 8th stage win of 2023. It's the most of all drivers. And William Byron just continues to fill that bucket full of playoff points with 4 wins already, and now another point there for winning stage 2. William Byron continues to look like the #1 seed as we get closer and closer to the playoffs.
Yeah, he did try to get around Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs lost the spot to Larson. All right, watch Ty Gibbs. Comes off turn 6. Was pushing hard to try to get around Hamlin. Look at how he lost the rear grip. And when he did that, he lost momentum. And now Larson gains on him, and now it says, I'm just going to outbrake you. Drives deep in the corner, puts Gibbs in a position, either give the spot up or give room, or possibly get spun. Gibbs, a young driver, but a wise decision right there. Giving way to Larson.
behind the top 5, and everybody is losing ground to race leader William Byron, who continues to leg it out at the front of the field. Best battle is for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Denny Hamlin has that spot. A little bit more comfort this time by turn number 5, about a car length and a half back to Christopher Bell and AJ Allmendinger. Christopher Bell looks strong coming down the hill on the exit of the carousel. When they cross the rumble strip, an upshift from 2nd to 3rd, that's where Denny Hamlin shines. He can give himself just a little bit of breathing room over teammate Christopher Bell. And he's still getting over there.
week ago? Well, multiple mistakes this week. They were over the wall too soon this last stop, so another penalty, Marty.
For Chase Elliott. Elliott is off the pace, and he's slinging the car back side to side. Chase Elliott has a problem coming out of the S's.
You have to imagine.
May be out of fuel. Alan Gustafson said earlier, flip the switch. When you flip the switch, in reserve, we have 3 laps. They told him a moment ago, you have 2 laps, but obviously Chase Elliott out of fuel on the racetrack, needing a win at Watkins, Glen, or Daytona next week. Looks like it's going to be a must-win for sure at Chase Elliott at Daytona next Saturday night.
He's going to come to a stop here in the middle of the bus stop. That's going to bring out a yellow as he can't get the car refiled. There's your caution.
Big break for these cars on pit road, Steve. Absolutely. As soon as they saw the 9 slow, all the leaders knew they had to get pit road. This was the chance for the 24 to have an error or lose control. In the end, it was a perfect counter by William Byron. And for Hendrick Motorsports, a double whammy. The Chase Elliott car runs out of gas, brings out a yellow, and on the green flag pit stop, the 5 of Kyle Larson, who just drove into the top 3 and looked like he had speed to compete. Too fast exiting. Now that we're under yellow, unlike McDowell, who would have had a drive-through, this penalty for Larson will be tail end. So give up all that magical track position.
Right back into the gas quickly is William Byron in the 24. He's got that inside line with Denny Hamlin diving on that outside, and he gets right up to the door. Contact made as they come off of turn number 1. It's Byron surging ahead of Hamlin.
Byron will keep the lead as they enter the S's, watching the race for 3rd, watching the race for 5th, double wide through the S's. Doesn't happen a lot. A.J. Allmendinger in the 16th, pressing the point on the 20 of Christopher Bell. Leaders out of 4, setting up for the interlude.
Big scramble behind them for 5th position there. The Gibbs cars, Truex and Ty Gibbs sorted out. Still side by side behind them though, a lot of contact. A little bit of dirt flying. Cars racing down into the carousel. This is the opportunity to try to get as many spots as you can. Take advantage of everything around you.
And then Ty Gibbs, he's another driver that if he is able to find victory lane here at the Glen, he could shake up the playoff picture as we saw the 34 McDowell dive in and take a spot.
Michael McDowell driving to get in deep, coming into turn number 1, trying to get it by Ryan Blaney. He'll do that. He'll leave Blaney now in the field of heat from Tyler Reddick. Reddick into 45, just muscling his way under Ryan Blaney at the top of the hill, and they'll drag race their way into the interlude.
Blaney on the inside here. I don't know who's got the preferred line. Blaney's going to back out, allow the 45 the position to not slow either one of them down. That's a great move. If he doesn't do that, he's at risk of losing even more positions to the cars behind him.
Larson had to start tail end. McDowell also had a penalty, but he had one extra lap where he could do the pass-through. So he started up inside the top 15 and currently runs 8th, right? So both had penalties, both under green. One had time to serve his penalty, one didn't, and that's the difference of, what, 20 spots on the racetrack. Oh, just loses it.
Yep.
Just rear grip. We've talked, we've heard a lot of drivers talk about rear grip, lateral grip. They all describe it a different way, but you got to be able to lean on those rear tires. And right in the middle of the corner, the 10 of Almirola spins around. Great move by the 9 of Chase Elliott to miss the spinning 10 car right in the middle of the smoke. This will get your attention right here.
And it's all gone bad for Michael McDowell. Just a lap ago, he came on the radio and said, feels like we're maybe losing power, and then he said everything's shut off. So that's why he's in the pit stall here. He said that the battery is still indicating that that's on, but the team is not exactly sure what the problem is. But last week's winner is in the doghouse this weekend.
about you don't go 70 fucking miles per hour on a fucking 35 speed limit road, asshole?
We got a dirty look while we were leaving.
I hope cops beat the shit out of that
because
delinquent prick.
As we're leaving the parking lot, we came in, and it's like our turn to move. The two cars beside us thought, no, it's our turn to move.
Daredeviling straight through you.
Coming within inches on the side.
Can't they just live like Larry somewhere the goddamn hell else and not in downtown roads? Stupid assholes. Whatever. It's their fault if they want a ticket or want their asses kicked by the cops. Not mine. Because they're the ones speeding.
Good jalapeno.
For sure.